the world stopped. It just, it just stopped. It's like, what am I going to do now? It just took my breath away.
Wake up, everybody.
Held their third community meeting at the Fellowship Missionary Church to address the problem of gun violence in our area. Tonight's goal? Create an action plan to present to the community leaders for task teams to evaluate and put into action.
The Urban League has become a trusted resource to engage the community in conversations about their issues, their challenges, and their attitudes towards society.
Is Fort Wayne really a dangerous place? Fort Wayne Police Department responded to nearly 500 calls.
And we would have more than Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Minneapolis, and Buffalo saw last year.
Due to the recent wave of violence and homicide that has swept over our city, many Fort Wayne residents have become very discouraged.
To bond these families back together too. I mean, because it's just so far-fetched now. Where kids don't even know their dad, barely know their mom, ain't got respect for them.
So from your point of view, the violence that you see going on the south, east side of this community, what do you think the issues are around it?
A lot of retaliation, a lot of territorial issues, I guess, because it happens a lot on the southeast side of town. A lot of the young men are guilty by association. So I think that's a lot of the reason why we're having a lot of the violence, because if they talk to someone, they're guilty, like they're affiliated. And that just causes a ripple effect in our community.
What do you think the community needs to do to deal with what's happening, what's destroying our community?
The community needs to come together and be an advocate for these kids, for the parents. We need to reach out, get out here and be a part of our communities and give them the resources that they need to survive, to maintain a healthy family relationship with their children.
It's time to wake up, everybody.
Systems have a lot of work to do too.
Yes,
they've got to make learning interesting for our children, because everybody doesn't fit in the same box. And what's empowering is education.
Education is the number one key to change, especially at Thurgood Marshall, because we incorporate the social justice into the curriculum here. And so our kids have an understanding of what goes on to the community and how they can make a difference into the community. And so we teach that. That's our number one focus here at Thurgood Marshall. So the kids definitely have an idea of how to be a good citizen within this community and in other communities if they decide to move out into the world, into a bigger picture. So.
Hello, I'm Gary Hamilton, Deputy Chief, Southeast Quadrant, Fort Wayne Police Department. Wake up, everybody.
Many residents concentrated on the southeast side of the city are wondering if more could be done. More than a few are asking who truly cares about the southeast side of the city.
We have to look at, obviously, the individual, but we have to look at the system. And so we must change the system and then also change ourselves. But it's not one or the other, it's both. That's right.
Us coming together, like neighborhood watch, watching out for one another, communicating with one another. I remember back in the day we could leave our windows open. You can't do that today because somebody's going to come through your window. Because nobody's watching out for each other anymore. Nobody cares what happens to their neighbor or their neighbor's child. And I just think as a community we need to just bring more love and unity back into our communities.
The Fort Wayne Urban League has shown itself to care not only about the southeast side, but also about the general Fort Wayne community. Many meetings have been held to gain a pulse of what's happening in the local area and what solutions can be implemented to substantially reduce the number of the city's homicides. The Fort Wayne Urban League has taken the lead in calling the community together to discuss these issues and look for viable solutions.
It's time to wake up, everybody!
Wake up, everybody!
Let us not only ask what our community can do for us, but what we can do for our community.